Imagine you've spent years fighting for a country, given everything, your youth, your family, your health, and when you come home you're treated like a stranger in your own land. It sounds like a nightmare, doesn't it? But for some it's not just a nightmare, it's their reality. This is my story. I'm Tommy Keller, a man who went to war for this country, only to return and face a battle much darker than any battlefield I ever fought on. I'm 34 years old, living in Kansas, a small town where everyone knows everyone, and we're supposed to be proud of our service. Before I proceed, kindly subscribe and comment. Hell, we're all supposed to be proud of our country. But I'm starting to wonder if that pride was ever real, or if it was just something they sold us along with a uniform and a flag to salute. I served my time in the army, stationed in places I'll never forget, the heat, the dust, the constant fear, but I also had my dreams. Dreams of coming home to a life that made sense again. I thought the war would end when I took off my boots. But when I came back, I learned the real fight wasn't over. It was just beginning. And it was with the country I had given everything for. The betrayal I felt, it was worse than any injury I ever took. The air smells different when I step off the bus. Kansas, my home, but it feels strange now, like I'm looking at it through someone else's eyes. The streets are quieter than I remember, and the familiar faces in the crowd seem distant, almost unrecognizable. I wasn't expecting parades, but I thought there'd be more than just a few people milling around. I stand there, my duffel bag slung over my shoulder, and watch the small crowd gather. A handful of people wave, but there's no real joy, no signs that they're genuinely glad to see me. The welcome home I thought I'd get, a hero's welcome, isn't there. I feel a knot form in my stomach. My heart sinks, but I stand taller, forcing a smile that feels more like a mask than anything genuine. As I move through the crowd, I catch a few awkward glances, a few murmured words that I can't quite catch. They all seem to know something I don't. It's as though I've stepped into a life that's no longer mine. I had imagined this day differently. I thought there would be a celebration, a sense of pride, something to make me feel like my years of service meant more than just the medals on my chest. But instead, I feel like an outsider in my own town. Flashback to a sun-scorched desert, the roar of helicopters, the crack of gunfire ringing through the air. The chaos of war, the brotherhood forged in fire, and the endless days of survival. I joined the army right out of high school,